Yes. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to this edition of the Wayne Hall Show. How is everybody doing? It's a hump day. Wow, what a week it's been since last week until now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just been absolutely crazy. All right. You know what? Shout out to everyone who's checking us out right now. Yes. And who's sharing and who's telling everybody to join the page. I appreciate every one of you. Yeah, we're gonna have a great show this week, man. A really great show, and I hope that everyone will just be thrilled by what we do this evening on the Wayne Hall Show. All right. So I want you to hang in there. I want you to share. I want you to let some folks know that we are here. Let some folks know that we are here. Okay. Yeah. And I want to say big up to everybody on the check-in right now. Shout out to super singer Irie, Sean folks. Yeah, man. Big up to Naden Benkraim. Singer Irie again. Yes. Yeah, Singer Harry, big up, you and everybody that is watching with you, because you tell me the following. Big up there in Jersey, or wherever you are in the world. Yeah, man, good evening. I want to shout out everyone listening on Linkage 101.75, 104.5 FM, HypeFM, Clark TV Network, Viscosity Blend. If you're on Island Worldwide, if you're on Reggae Vibes Radio, if you're on Yard Flow TV, if you're on Energy Radio 1, okay, if you're on YouTube's Radio.com, if you're on Fresh FM, if you are watching on Restream, if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching on Instagram, all right? I want to say a big shout out to everyone locked in right now on the Wayne Hall Show. We're going to kick it off with a brand new single I got from a man known as a Bingy Blaze. Bingy Blaze says good morning, so we're going to practice some manners and say good morning.
Say you're feeling down and don't know what to do. Come on in, I got a lot of love, I got some herbs for you. Come on in, you need to get away from all the stress out there. Come on in, it's a beautiful day, it's gonna be okay. Good morning, say you're feeling down and don't know what to do. Come on in, I got a lot of love, I got some herbs for you. Come on in, you need to get away from all the stress out there. Come on in, it's a beautiful day, it's gonna be okay. Good morning, many you trusted had let you down, and some of them gave you the runaround. What goes up must come down. Don't lose your smile, keep a joyful sound. I say you give and you give all you've got. Now you need a hand and you all you got. So hard to face the truth and facts. The ones you trust the most don't always have your back. Well, say you're feeling down and don't know what to do. Come on in, I got a lot of love, I got some herbs for you. Come on in, you need to get away from all the stress out there. Come on in, it's a beautiful day, it's gonna be okay. Good morning, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. Good morning. What we've got, love and positivity. Through all the storms and the atrocities, still there's no need for the animosity. Rasta has spread the love from city to city. What's going on in the world out there? Someone to love, someone to share. People suffering, we need someone to care. Rastafari will always be there. Say you're feeling down and don't know what to do. Come on in, I got a lot of love, I got some herbs for you. Come on in, you need to get away from all the stress out there. Come on in, it's a beautiful day, it's gonna be okay. Good morning, say you're feeling down and don't know what to do. Come on in, I got a lot of love, I got some herbs for you. Come on in, you need to get away from all the stress out there. Come on in, it's a beautiful day, it's gonna be okay. Good morning. I won't give up on you, no matter what you're going through. Every day you got to start anew. Sometimes only you can rescue you. You give and you give all you've got. Now you need a hand and you've all you've got. So hard to face the truth and fact. The ones you trust the most don't always have your back. Say you're feeling down and don't know what to do. Come on in, I got a lot of love, I got some herbs for you. Come on in, you need to get away from all the stress out there. Come on in, it's a beautiful day, it's gonna be okay.
That's right, Bingy Blaze. Yeah, man, Bingy Blaze says, hey, come on in, you know. Good morning. Just an easy vibe. You know, you get that guitar, you start strumming and you just will a vibe. He's got some herbs for you, you know. Hey, I know you can imagine that vibe right there. So once again, good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a great, great evening on this show. We got another super session with Suen. And we have Mr. Daryl James, her admin, I'm sorry, her guest this evening is Mr. Daryl James, and he's going to share some real highly motivating information with us this week. So you got to find out what the super tips are, what's super about Mr. Daryl James, and what makes him a perfect super guest on the super seat with Super Suen this week. We also have part 2 of Mr. Errol Moore. Yeah, Errol Moore. We got part 2 of his great interview inside his own studios. Boy, you got to check me out on guitar later on in this conversation. Yeah, man. So once again, big up. Thank you to everyone who's shared. Thank you to everyone who's, listening. And it's always a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. Can't believe, say, October already. I don't believe, say, October already. Oh, my goodness. I cannot believe it's October. But guess what? Life goes on, and life doesn't wait on anyone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue. Brand new rhythm, Love Heart. And this one features singer Irie, Love Not True.
Not working. That love ain't not true. It not true. Not working. It not true now. Not working. It don't look like love got hold on you. Every day you and your woman ask you. You a kick and she a box after you. Don't look like I love that you. No. It don't look like love got hold on you. Cause every day you and your woman ask you. You a kick and she a box after you. Don't look like I love that you. No. You should be putting lips to lips. Instead you putting fist to fist. That simply mean that I love the adjective. Someone need to exit. True love is not the worst thing. It's not a Iraq and Iran, no. It's not a Ukraine or Russia. Exit a me brother when you come under pressure. It don't look like love got hold on you. Every day you and your woman ask you. You a kick and she a box after you. Don't look like I love that you, no. It don't look like love got hold on you. Cause every day you and your woman ask you. You a kick and she a box after you. Don't look like I love that you, no. When you see it's not working out, it best if you walk it out. We don't need no fist to fist. We don't need this box and this kick. When you see that the love now flow, best if someone walk through the door. We don't need a fuss and fight. Oh no, that's not right now. Me never see daddy hitting my mother, so me not go hit no man daughter. She is my friend and my lover. I've got to treat her proper, yeah. It don't look like love got hold on you. Every day you and your woman ask you. You a kick and she a box after you. Don't look like I love that you, no. It don't look like love got hold on you. Cause every day you and your woman ask you. You a kick and she a box after you. Don't look like I love that you, no. You should be putting lips to lips.
Put up the tune.
Instead you
Put
putting
up the tune.
that love they not true. It not true. It not true now. It don't look like love got hold on you. Every day you and your woman ask you. You a kick and she a box after you. Don't look like I love that you, no. It don't look like love got hold on you. Cause every day you and your woman ask you. You a kick and she a box after you. Don't look like I love that you, no. You should be putting lips to lips. Instead you putting fist to fist. That simply mean that I love the adjective. Someone need to exit. True love is not the worst thing. It's not a Iraq and Iran, no. It's not a Ukraine or Russia. Exit a me brother when you come under pressure. It don't look like love got hold on you. Every day you.
That's right, Love Not True. Singer Irie, Love Heart Rhythm.
Don't look like I love that you, no.
Shout out to Beto Music, man. What's up, Papa Beto?
Cause every day you and your woman as you. You are thick and she a backside. Don't look like that.
The Wayne Hall Show, where information.
Baby, why you do this to me?
Mr. Bertus!
Oh, girl.
3 nights a week! Check it out. Here we go.
Baby, I'm tired of sleeping alone at night.
Wow.
Hugging my pillow, wishing you were there to hold me tight. My instinct told me something's not right in this life, girl. So I need you to tell me the truth. We don't need to fight, girl. 3 nights a week. Where are you sleeping?
Oh Lord.
3 nights a week.
3.
My baby roaming the street, yeah. 3 nights a week. I suspect that you're cheating.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to Will Hart, Janice O'Shea, Sandra. How are you, Sandra? Yeah, man, good to see you. And big up to Chester Clark. Yes, good to see everybody. Beverly Witter, what's up, cuz? How you doing? Mr. Bertus from the top, one more time.
Baby, why you do this to me? Oh, girl. Why you do this to me? Yeah. Baby, I'm tired of sleeping alone at night.
Woo.
Hugging my pillow, wishing you were there to hold me tight. My instinct told me something's not right in this life, girl. So I need you to tell me the truth. We don't need to fight, girl. 3 nights a week. Where are you sleeping? 3 nights a week. My baby roaming the street, yeah. 3 nights a week. I suspect that you're cheating. 3 nights a week. Make me weak in my knees, girl. If there is trouble, you must say it, let me leave you. You have me worried and me know me no entreat you. No bother raffle with the lights cause you no need to. Look how me struggle and me juggle just to please you. So tell me why you have an ex-man to feed you. Is it the company you're trying to mislead you? You give me trouble like it coming out of season. So tell me why you leave the house without a reason. 3 nights a week. Hey, where are you sleeping? 3 nights a week. My baby is roaming the street, yeah. 3 nights a week. I suspect that you're cheating. 3 nights a week. Make me weak in my knees, girl. You always say on Friday cause that's when I get my pay. On Saturday night you leave and come on back on Tuesday.
Oh
Phone
Lord.
it off and voice note saying hot girls need a break. Having sleepless night, losing weight enough a day. Looking in the oven, see someone baking my cake. Next time when you come on me, I beg you baby girl just leave my place. I mean I beg you leave my place. No girl, 3 nights a week.
That's right, 3 nights a week. Mr. Bertus says, where are you sleeping? My goodness, he's very kind. She didn't sleep 1 night. That's when I wouldn't wait till 3. How many of you would wait till 3 nights before you ask where she's sleeping? Oh, maybe we need a little consideration. Something could have happened. Yeah, right. A lot happened. Good evening, Maxine Lyons. How you doing? Tear up close, Maxine Lyons. Good evening. All right, want to shout out Sharon Samuel Spence. Good evening. Blessings to you, my dear. Natalie Sky Voice Lawrence. How are you? Christine Rendell, what's up, CR? How you doing? Good to see everyone checking in on the Wayne Hall Show this evening.
I'm in the street, 3 nights a week.
I said the 3.
I suspect that you're cheating. I
said you're cheating.
3 nights a
Tell the
week.
same love you, you know. He really love you, you know. Baby, when Papa beat tell the same love you, you know. He really love you, you know. And I really love you, baby.
Watch you now.
Yeah,
Hear this now.
Baby, when they tell the same love you, it a come from me heart, from me heart. Me have you in my mind and my soul, and me have you in my thought. Number 1 for me chart.
Hey.
Baby, when me tell the same me love you, it a come from me heart, from me heart. I don't know if I but turn be number 1 for me chart. You are me sweetheart. Remember when we meet
sting. When Buju Banton I sing the browning, me whisper in your ears and say hi darling. You're a beautiful, gorgeous, sexy little thing. A long time and the fire still blazing. Me love all the passion and the joy where you bring. Me not break your heart or hurt your feeling. But the sweetest thing, girl, you are wearing me ring. Baby, when me tell you say me love you, it a come from me heart, from me heart. Me have you in my mind and my soul, and me have you in my thought. Number one for me child. Baby,
pull the one from top of all, it's a beat them too.
Baby, when Papa beat tell us say me love you, you know.
Alright, so now we're connecting the dots. So the lady spent the 3 nights over at Papa Bito's house. And this is what Papa Bito said when the lady spent the 3 nights with him. Hear this? Him fall in love.
Baby, when Papa Bito tell us say me love you, you know. He will love you.
Case closed, let's go.
We love you, baby. I don't know joke thing this or not. Yeah, man. You see the pretty? Baby, when they tell you say me love you, it a come from me heart, from me heart. Me have you in my mind and my soul, and me have you in my thought. Number one for me child. Baby, when me tell you say me love you, it a come from me heart, from me heart. I don't know if I but turn me be number one for me child. You are me sweetheart. Remember when we meet over Sting, when Buju Banton I sing the browning, me whisper in your ears and say hi darling. You're a beautiful, gorgeous, sexy little thing. A long time and the fire still blazing. Me love all the passion and the joy where you bring. Me not break your heart or hurt your feeling. But the sweetest thing, girl, you are wearing me ring. Baby, when me tell you say me love you, it a come from me heart, from me heart. Me have you in my mind and my soul, and me have you in my thought. Number one for me child. Baby, when me tell you say me love you, it a come from me heart, from me heart. I don't know if I but turn me be number one for me child. You are me sweetheart. Mama never like it, Papa never want it. Your sister and your auntie said them not endorse it. Auntie a talk about the love your madness, but you me choose, nothing for lose. No for them out they want walk in our shoes. Rock to we rhythm, rock to we blues. We love it so hot all over the news. Put it on YouTube, it's a million views. When they tell you say me love you, it a come from me heart, from me heart. Me have you in my mind and my soul, and me have you in my thought. Number one for me child. Baby, when me tell you say me love you, it a come from me heart.
That's right, from the heart. Want to shout out Super Suen on the check-in. Yes, man, good to have you. Can't wait for your next session coming up at 8:45 with Mr. Daryl James. Also later on this evening, Errol Moore, part 2. You got to catch me inside that studio. You got to see when me pick up the guitar. Boy, and the man have so much good conversation with me. It was so great to sit with somebody who's had a journey like that. Ladies and gentlemen, stay for that conversation later, and then we'll wrap up with some music right here on the Wayne Hall Show. So this rhythm, Love Heart rhythm, started with some mix-up. Yeah, and like Maxine says, a little bit of mix-up because singer Irie was trying to tell Mr. Bertus that the love not true. Mr. Bertus probably never believe until the lady stay out 3 nights. Then him start ask question. Only to find out a Papa Bito yard and him fall in love and I tell the lady this.
Your ears and say hi darling. You're a beautiful, gorgeous, sexy little thing. A long time and the fire still blazing. Me love all the passion and the joy where you bring. Me not break your heart or hurt your feeling, but the sweetest thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the songs you hear on the Wayne Hall Show are not necessarily the opinion of the Wayne Hall Show, but the expression of the artist based on their real life experiences. Thank you so much for watching and listening to the Wayne Hall Show. Having fun this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to play a dub poet named, she goes by the name Cherry Natural. And I got a song, big up to Ija Noah, famous for Ija Noah and Brap. I want to shout out Miss Jessica Serrano. How are you, Miss Jessica? Thank you for passing through. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Cherry Natural, dub poet, author, and also a martial arts expert, you know. Yeah, she's a martial arts expert as well. And I got this courtesy of Ijano. And I said, gotta play it this evening before we get to that first break, okay? This one called When Last by Cherry Natural. Check it out.
Yeah, you know, I remember back in the days when relationships used to be genuine, real. So all me ask is, when last? Me no say nothing. There comes a time when you want more than flesh. You want a break from the stupid mistakes, followed by the apologies. Love and abuse cannot coexist. The soul needs something legit to nurture the growth of the spirit. Relationships are sinking in the emotional sea of hormonal overdose. No connection. The desire to undress someone seems to be more important than conversations. We're not reading, so we can't hold no proper reasoning. As a couple, when last we discuss a book or play some board games. You don't have to be a poet to write each other a poem. When last we walk and hold hands. When last we rock away and sing along to one of Berry Salmon love songs. When last we run some jokes. Hold on a belly bottom and laugh till the choke. When last we go on a picnic. Play some hopscotch and ramp like two little picnic. When last we compliment each other genuinely. When last we give each other a back rub, then lie down and cuddle up without making love. Two imperfect people embracing each other in spite of their differences. We all know love don't just comes with candlelights and roses. Sometimes we get pricked by the thorn of insecurity. Tongue and teeth must meet, and we might say some things we don't even mean. But when last we really listen without putting down each other or turning it into a quarrel, to take the monotony out of monogamy. When last we go up on a date night, sit down underneath the moonlight, forget about the bills, sip a glass of wine and just kick back and chill. Put down the cell phone and have some cheap, stress-free fun. To make love last, sometimes we have to remove the mask, take off the shield, put down the sword, and just be vulnerable. As a couple, we last we discuss a book or play some board games. You don't have to be a poet to write each other a poem. When last we walk and hold hands. When last we rock away and sing along to a love song. When last. Yeah.
When last? That's the question. Now you see why people say things like love not true. People stay away for 3 nights. I end up with somebody I tell them how much they love them from they meet them as sting. You know why? Because listen to the lyrics of this. When last you do the little basics, the little things that keep the love burning. And it's not talking about intercourse. It not talk about skin out. It not talk about jump and shock out. It not talk about position me thinking is a, you know what I mean? Oh Lord have mercy, we ain't all behave yourself. But the lady said when last, write each other a poem. You know what I mean? Come on now. Hey, don't forget that at 8:45 tonight we have Super Sessions with Suen with Mr. Daryl James, another great guest. And boy, Suen is just finding these people somewhere in the woodwork all the time, man. These nuggets, these treasures that she can share with us. A quick break and we'll be back, hopefully, with Mr. Anthony Turner, hot on the burner.
What the world needs now is more than a vacation. We need to come back to feeling our best selves again. Back to inviting. Back to caring. Back to life. Back to the little bit of Jamaica that's inside all of us. Come back to being lively again. Back to laid back. decisions you've ever made. Because, hey, we're in Jamaica. Come back to mouth-watering, heart-pumping, breathtaking. It's time, don't you think? Come back to the vibe that comes alive in Jamaica.
You know, I want to say a big shout out to Miss Marva Jacobs. Good evening. Honorary Consul for Guyana in Atlanta. Yes. Yeah, listen. I see people telling me to behave myself. Lord have mercy. Am I in trouble? Isn't it the truth? The lady talked about everything we can do to enhance the relationship without taking off clothes. That's a beautiful thing. Why are you telling me to behave? I didn't say a thing wrong with that. We need to do more of that. And then it will help after you take off the clothes, that will even get better. Listen to me now, I give advice, Lord. Shout out to the First Lady Michelle Hanniford Hall. How you doing, darling? I'm taking you out tomorrow, okay? I'm going to take you on a trip, and we're going to... I know them all tell me to behave. Now it's when you'll all tell me to behave. All right. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? I see Maxine, and a long time I'm going to drop this. I won't lie, the first time I heard this song, I laughed till I tear up.
When me a picnic, we wear tear clothes. When them see you, them know say you poor. Tear shop, tear from, tear up body. Make you feel like the poorest somebody. Oh boy. Little boy in a tear body pants. Picnic like them never have no fans. Oh no. Now anything you wear in a your yard. Have a tear, now you wear it abroad, tear up.
Whoa, tear up. Sing Maxine, hey.
Tear up. I thought the thing tear up. Tear up and carry big swing. Now you open door to any big store. All we greet you, I tear up clothes. Tear D, tear sleeve and them not free. Stringy M, we name brand emblem. Whoa. Introduce tear up to the stores. And have young people that tear good clothes. People all aware, tear up, go on church. Oh my gosh, what a blouse and skirt. Tear up, I them I wear. Tear up, I carry big weight. Tear up,
pull the one from top, Miss All, it a beat them too bad.
If I want to see some hearts, if you have on something that have a tear, let's run it. Who have a tear?
When me a picnic, we wear tear clothes.
Yes.
When them see you, them know say you poor.
Yvonne Wilson.
Tear from, tear up body.
Make sure nothing not tear here. Tear up.
Little boy in a tear body pants. Picnic like them never have no fans. Oh no. Now anything you wear in a your yard. If it have a tear, now you wear it abroad. Tear up. I them I wear. Tear up. Tear up, I carry big weight. Tear up. I thought the thing tear up. Tear up, I carry big swing. Now you open door to any big store. All we greet you, I tear up clothes. Tear D, tear sleeve and them not free. Stringy M, we name brand emblem. Wonder who introduced tear up to the stores. And have young people that tear good clothes. People all aware, tear up, go on church. Oh my gosh, what a blouse and skirt. Tear up, I them I wear. Tear up, I carry big weight. Tear up, I thought the thing tear up. Tear up, I carry big swing. Tear up, cause enough accidents caused by the parts hung over the fence. The price in a store, the cost of poor. Can't believe say them a buy them poor. Younger wear tear, older wear tear. Woman and man say them not them care. Them want to know them in a style. OMG, tear up a ride, I tear up. I them I wear. Tear up, I carry big weight. Tear up, I thought the thing tear up. Tear up, I carry big swing. Tear up in a black, tear up in a white, tear up in a dress, tear up in a tight. It's like say them and dog with a fight, but I want this. It's a brand new style. Tear up in a large, tear up in a small, tear up them have it in a extra large.
Hear this now. Mix me.
Cocky tear up, call the right, it tear up too. In America, them call it distress.
Boy.
This tear up is a mess. You are wear tear, me a wear tear. The old wide world in a tear up affair. Tear up, control the world. All of a sudden, all gear and you wear. Tear up in a black, tear up in a white. Tear up in a dress, tear up in a tight. It's like say them and dog did a fight. But I want this. It's a brand new style. Tear up in a large, tear up in a small. Tear up them have it in a extra large. Tear up in every boutique. Tear up in Memphis petite. Tear up. I them I wear tear up. Tear up I carry me wear tear up. I thought the thing tear up. Tear up I carry me swing. Jeans tear up, khaki tear up. Call the right, it tear up too. In America, them call it distress. Let me tell you, this tear up is a mess. You are wear tear, me a wear tear. The whole
You are
wide world in a
listening
tear up
to The
affair.
Wayne Hall Show, where information meets
Somebody mix me now, man. Somebody mix me now. Hear this. One time tear up would have mean something spoil. Now tear up it at the wickedest style. Tear up.
Cocky tear up, call the right, it tear up too. In America, them call it distress. Let me tell you, this tear up is a mess. You are wear tear, me a wear tear. The old wide world in a tear up affair. Tear up, control the world. All of a sudden, all gear and you wear. Tear up in a black, tear up in a white. Tear up in a dress, tear up in a tight. It's like say them and dog in a fight. But I want it. It's a brand new style. Tear up in a large, tear up in a small. Tear up them have it in a extra large. Tear up in a
Lord have mercy. What we say?
tear up in Memphis petite.
One time tear up means something gets spoiled. Now tear up it at the wickedest style. Tear up. Sing, Maxine.
Tear up.
Hey, tear up. When you wear tear up, they said don't left your yard. Now people are dressing at it go abroad.
In America, they
Hey,
call it
see that?
distress. Let me tell you, this tear up is a mess.
Tear up.
You are wear tear, me a wear tear. The whole wide world in a tear up affair.
Tear up.
Control the world. All of a sudden, all gear and you wear tear up.
Woo! Lord have mercy. All right, I'm gonna give Wayne all a round of applause. I'm gonna say, man, all a I'm having too fun. In 7 minutes, it's Super Sue. Yeah, Super Suen with another sessions of Super Sessions with Suen. All right. Well, right now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to play a tune, a big tune, a tune that don't even know how big it's going to be. And let me find it. Me so busy there, I sing, me never look for my next song. When I say that now, me get fired. See, I can tear up, when I'll get fired now. But I want to say a big shout out and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Wayne Hall Show this year, Wednesday. All right? Yeah, man. And I truly appreciate you sharing, liking, and, you know, just coming back every week for another little bit of the Wayne Hall Show. All right? Here's what I'm going to do. Run this one more time.
What the world needs now is more than a vacation. We need to come back to feeling our best selves again. Back to inviting. Back to caring. Back to life. Back to the little bit of Jamaica that's inside all of us. Come back to being lively again. Back to laid back. Back to romantic. Back to fantastic. Come back to making the best decisions you've ever made. Because, hey, we're in Jamaica. Come back to mouth-watering, heart-pumping, breathtaking. It's time, don't you think? Come back to the vibe that comes alive in Jamaica.
That's right, the vibe that comes alive in Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, this song right here, great, powerful interview last week with the original writer, one of them, Jeff Silbar, and also the Soulji, yeah, Rockstone, the man behind the production, and it's King Malakia. And what a big tune this one is, ladies and gentlemen. It's called Wind Beneath My Wings.
Through the test of time, I've come to realize and understand. It's only love alone will conquer. It must have been cold there in my shadow.
All it beat them too bad.
Realize and understand. Only love.
Nico Hartman, Germany in the house. Big up Peter James. Bless up. Let's do it one more time from the top. King Malakia, CR, enjoy. Michelle Hanniford Hall, enjoy. Sing Malakia, sing out, my brother. Hey! Woo! that an eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings.
I am a journey, you're my hero. You're everything I like to be.
Sing now.
And I can fly higher than an eagle.
Guess why? You are the wind beneath my wings.
You are the wind beneath my wings. You are the wind beneath my wings.
Ladies and gentlemen, to the nitty-gritty end, a big tune, King Malakia, Christine Rendell. Yes, coming together good on that one. Big up on yourself. Love it, love it. Everyone does. All right, good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. I want to shout out listeners on Linkage 101.75, 104.5 FM, HypeFM, Clark TV Network, Viscosity Blend, Rupee T, big up yourself. Thank you again. Island Worldwide, Reggae Vibes Radio, Yard Flow TV, Energy Radio 1, You Choose Radio.com, Fresh FM, and also watching on Restream, YouTube, Instagram, and thewayneallshow.com. And thank you, everyone that's visiting thewayneallshow.com. I do not shout it out enough, especially for the 54,000 people that have been on there in the last 30 days. 54,000 people on thewayneallshow.com. So Facebook, IG, YouTube is just a drop in the bucket of the audience, ladies and gentlemen. 54,000 people in 30 days. I like that. I can live with that. How about you? Okay, it's time for another episode, and what a way to get to it. The wind beneath our wings. Yeah, man. Another episode of Super Sessions with Suen. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a segment of the Wayne All Show by Miss Suen Shaw, where she finds persons around us that has little life nuggets to share, super things about them, has had a super experience one way or another. Sometimes something supernatural, and they always have some super tips. So, Mr. Daryl James is our guest this evening, and I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy, and stay with us for more after Super Sessions with Suen.
Hello, my super family. Welcome to another episode of Super Sessions with Suen, and this will be our wealth episode. Today we have the honor of having a very awesome featured guest today. His name is Mr. Daryl James. Daryl.
How y'all doing?
Welcome to our Super Seat.
Thanks for having me.
We are so happy to have you. Daryl is an entrepreneur, he's a spiritual leader, and an author.
I am. All three of those things. That's me. Yeah.
Yes, and we're just happy to have you here, Daryl, to talk about wealth, talk about business, legacy building, and really about that book that you have out, I Got Out.
Right.
That is that topic just grabs me. I got out of what?
Right. I got out. Well, first of all, let me tell you, thank you for having me. I appreciate the invite. Anytime you got anything that you're trying to get done, you already know I'm here. So appreciate the invite. But as far as I Got Out is basically, I don't want to call it a memoir or a how-to guide. It's all in one, because it's basically, I'm speaking to my former self in the book. Almost, because I had a 9 to 5, I had a career.
That's when I met you.
Right.
We went to the same church.
Right.
We were corporate.
Right, I was an auditor for 12 years. So I had a career, I had a legitimate career that a lot of people dream and strive to have. Not to toot my own horn, but I was like, I wasn't broke. I was making great money, had a nice 6-figure salary. I traveled for work. The job provided a life for me and my family that a lot of people were like, man, you finna give all this up? You finna give it for what?
For what?
a lot of people would kill to be in that position.
Right.
But I was going to work every single day. I'm going to sit in this cubicle, and I felt like I was literally sitting in a prison. I'm like, man, I got this great job, I make great money, I got great benefits, But it's just like it was more in me. It was more in me that I had to offer the world. And I knew if I would have stayed at that job, like I could not have stayed at that job and retired. I would have, like, my life would have been miserable. I don't care how much money they weren't paying me enough money to sit in there and rot.
When did that trigger in your mind, like, okay, it's time?
Like, it was the crazy part, I already knew from the beginning when I started the job that this wasn't my end all be all job.
Okay, so you already knew that.
Like, on the inside, I had no idea what I was going to do.
Okay.
But I knew I wasn't going to retire as an auditor at the place I was at.
Yes.
So it was just like one day, it's crazy because it was just God's timing, honestly. I gave myself 10 years. It took me 12 years before I left.
Okay.
So obviously my timing is not God's timing.
Right.
So, but as far as when it was time to leave, man, it was just, I had to make a decision. And what I've learned over time is it's power in your decision.
Yes.
God and things align when you make a decision. So whether it's a good or a negative or a positive decision.
Yes.
When I decide in my mind, God, this is what I'm going to do. Look, some people use the universe. God allows the universe to get in alignment with what you decided to do. So when I made the decision, but it was crazy for me. That was the first time when I actually decided. I'll never forget the actual moment I decided I was going to leave my job. Even though I already knew I was planning on leaving, but the moment that I was like, okay, I'm out of here.
Yes.
I was in Durham, North Carolina on an assignment. It was probably about 3 or 4 in the morning. I'm in my hotel room. And this is the first and only time I've actually heard an audible voice when God spoke to me.
Wow.
Because God speaks to you in all kind of.
Do you have a story to share? Maybe an experience or information that can transform somebody's life. Maybe you want to grow your business by writing a book. JWG Publishing House has helped hundreds of authors to turn their dream into publishing reality. Publishing a book without the knowledge of the process can be very frustrating. Not to worry, our award-winning team will patiently walk you through the process, from idea to cover to the end product. And get this, you will own 100% of your royalties. We are the only authentic independent publisher you will ever need. So what are you waiting on? Call us today at 561-412-7772. We're waiting to serve you.
Audible voice of God speaking to me. And it was like the plans in your head, if you work your plan, it's going to work.
You heard that?
I heard it. I heard it as clear as day, as clear as I'm sitting here talking to you.
That's amazing.
And so it was like, boom. From that day, at that moment, it was like, I'm out of here. I got up the next day. I put in my, I talked to my supervisor. I let him know I was about to quit. So I put together my whole little leave schedule that I had to use all my leave, And that happened in like December. My last day was January 30th of the next year.
Wow. So you didn't tarry. You weren't waiting. You heard that voice and you made a move.
Look, I had been planning now. So I don't want people thinking I just was, because anytime you make a decision that huge, the Bible says you got to count the costs. So it wasn't like it was something I had never thought about. It was not like, okay, I just heard this one audible voice this one day. It was something. It had, like I told you, I had been planning this for years. I planned on leaving in 10.
Yes.
So I'm now 12 years in, and it's finally like, okay, it's time.
Yes.
It's time. So boom, I made the leap, and here we are.
That is like a supernatural experience, like
It is.
hearing God's voice.
Right.
And just acting on it. I mean, that is amazing. So I just want our listeners to know you can hear the voice of God.
You can. And to get back to the original question, the book. So I made that decision like almost about 4 years ago.
Yes.
So the book is basically speaking to the mindset of a person that's in my the position I was 4 years ago. So I'm debating on, should I leave this job? I want to leave the job. I know it's more in me. How do I do that? So the book basically talks about the mindset, because I believe the mind is the key to your success.
Yes.
So if your mind, you can have all the right tools, but if your mind is in the wrong place, you won't be successful. So the book is really to the 9 to 5, the person in the 9 to 5 or in a career that's trying to become and take that leap of faith into becoming a full-time entrepreneur. Is basically a step-by-step guide on how to think, how to process information, how to view things, how to view yourself, those type of things. And it gives you tips on just how to think like an entrepreneur, things that you're gonna need as an entrepreneur. So it's wisdom I've gained from my OGs, my mentors, and wisdom that I've just experienced over the past 4 years. It's all in the book, and I think it's definitely beneficial. Anybody that's trying to lead a 9 to 5, you definitely need to go get the book I Got Out. It's called A Transition from Career to Destiny. So
that is amazing, and I know a lot of people in that position right now that want to just capitalize on that journey to be an entrepreneur. Like, they're not feeling like a good fit in their 9 to 5. It's stressful. Like, you just know, okay, I'm destined for more. So this is a great tool. This is a great book to get, guys. If you're in that position, get Daryl's book to help you with that journey.
Right.
Yeah. So as we move along with our session here, Daryl, from this experience, you had that supernatural moment, hearing God's voice. I mean, that's, and going on this journey from 9 to 5 to now a businessman, spiritual leader. What would you say is your superpower? Have you found it through this journey?
Yes, I think everybody has a superpower. I believe everybody has a superpower, and your superpower is tied to your authenticity. Authenticity. But when I say authenticity, I don't think a lot of people understand where it comes from. I believe our real authenticity comes from the person that God designed and created us to be.
Okay.
So we were all put on this earth for a purpose.
Yes.
And once you can learn to live a life authentic to that, that's when your superpower puts the cape on and it shines.
Okay.
You become Superman or Superwoman once you learn to live in that. And that's how you walk by faith on a day-to-day basis. We hear the scripture all the time. We walk by faith and not by sight. It should be a faith walk. It should be a day-to-day faith walk when we go to church. We hear that all the time. Mm-hmm. But the way that we do that, the way that I like to explain it when we break it down, and how do we do that on a day-to-day basis? How do we walk by faith? Is literally we understand who we are, who God created us to be. So that's my goal every time. Every morning I wake up, my goal is to get me closer to where God created me to be and where He called me to go. And it takes faith to do that.
Yes.
It takes faith to do that. That's why the scripture says it's impossible. Without faith, it's impossible to please God. And that's how we know we're pleasing God, is when we're doing what God created and designed us to do.
Yes.
So once I know that, once I've discovered who God designed and created me to be, and now I get up and I live a life of faith, because it's gonna take faith.
Okay.
To me, that's as simple as I can break it down.
So your superpower is
authenticity.
Authenticity.
Being me. My superpower is being who God designed and created me to be. Yes. Whatever that is. And for me, and for the listeners out there listening, I will break it down to help you kind of understand. For me, my superpower is, if you hang around me long, I inspire people. What's the word I'm looking for? I know if you hang around me long enough, you're going to leave me feeling like, dang, I can do this. Yeah. Whatever your this is. Yeah. You're gonna leave me feeling like, man, I feel like I inspire hope in people. And hope is a powerful, powerful thing. So I understand I understand the gifts and the tools that God has blessed me with. Like, I have the ability to go in a room and connect with individuals and bring people together to accomplish a bigger goal. Like I have that huge ability. And once I learned that about myself, I now utilize that in my business.
Okay.
So I can go in a room, let's just say I go in a room full of people I have no idea, I know nobody in the room.
Yes.
Anytime I go to networking events a lot for my job.
I see that.
I go to
By the way, you have to tell us what your business is.
Oh, my business.
Gotta hear about that.
I own a commercial and residential construction company. So that's what I do. I have a residential side and I have a commercial side. The commercial side, I do a lot of commercial. If anybody knows anything about commercial construction, it's a lot of who knows who, relationship building, that type of thing. So as an entrepreneur, you're not going to be successful if you can't add value to other people.
Okay.
So as a new entrepreneur, I talk about it in my book, it's a mindset, it's a heart. It's a heart thing. A lot of people, when we first get started as entrepreneurs, we all looking for help. Because we need help.
We do.
We all need help and we all looking for help. That people help people that can help them. That can help them. Because we forget it's called business.
Yes.
It's called business. Business means it's a mutual transaction between two people. You giving me something,
right?
I'm giving you something. So when you have the aspect, when you have the heart and the mindset of how can I add value to what you have going on, people are way more apt to help you, to want to help you. Because I had that mindset, and then people just are attracted to you. Because I'm not just in here, give me,
right?
Give me. I'm looking for, man, who can I help? I don't care, and that's what you got to realize as an entrepreneur, especially when you first starting out. It may not always be money. Value is not always money. I can add value to what you got going on based on my skill set and my time and my abilities. I don't always have to give you money per se. So when you go into a situation with the mindset of how can I add value to somebody, people are more apt to help you when you say, well, look, this I see this is what you got going on. This how I can help you do what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, man, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We all looking for help now. What you need?
I really wish we all had that mindset, Daryl.
A lot of people don't.
Some people
You'll be surprised.
Yeah, they're just receivers or just want to get.
They want to get, they want to take by any means necessary. And it's just like, I tell my young guys all the time that I talk to and mentor, we don't play to win the game. Most people don't. When they hear that, they like, what you mean we don't play to win the game?
I was just thinking that it's a game you want to win, right?
We don't play you do want to win, but the way that we play the infinite game. I don't play to win the game. I play to stay in the game. That's two totally different mindsets.
That is.
Because if you stay in the game, you're going to win. You're going to automatically you got to be winning to stay in the game.
Yes.
So, because people that play to win the game, they'll do anything.
Yeah. No integrity.
No integrity. They'll steal from you. They'll mess over you. They'll step on you trying to climb the corporate ladder as per se.
Yes.
But they'll burn bridges. And that's not how you stay in the game. So you make decisions. When you're making decisions as an entrepreneur, you play the infinite game. We play to stay in the game. I don't want to just win this quarter.
Yeah.
I want to still be in the game 20 years from now.
You want to be in the game for as long as you can.
Right. I don't want to make $3 million this year and then I'll never make a dime again for the rest of my life. So you gotta have, once you have that mindset, you make certain decisions and you maneuver in a certain way.
Yes.
So and it's the spirit behind everything that we do. And going back to my point of your superpower being authenticity, is so many people and individuals that miss out on opportunities because they're not operating as their authentic selves.
So they're trying to be somebody else.
Real recognize real. We all heard the saying. Real recognize real.
Yes.
So the people that are meant to help you do what you were called and designed to do, they're going to connect to your spirit or your energy or your vibe.
That's a big one.
Whatever term we want to call it.
Yes.
But when you're not being your authentic self, your vibe and your energy is off, and it's not going to connect with the person that's meant to help you accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. So that's why it's so important. Again, going back to your superpower, authenticity, we miss out and we forfeit so many things trying to be people that we're not, or because we just don't know who we are.
Yes.
Simple as that.
Man, so there's so much tips here, Super Nation, my super family. I hope you're really resonating with what Daryl is saying. You know, you got to be authentic to who you are, who God created you to be. Right. So I have my last question for you, Daryl. Okay. And it's pretty packed. So for the 9-to-5ers out there that want to transition to be an entrepreneur, and not even just an entrepreneur, a successful, impactful, influential, you know, God-driven entrepreneur, what tip do you have to give them? Like, what's something they can put in action right now? Like, okay, I heard Daryl drop this tip on me. Let me put that in action right now, and I could start changing that mindset, or, you know, aligning with what God has for me. Like, what can you really tell them? Because that's what we want to do. We want to empower people with a tool, a tip, something that they could use on a daily basis.
I got you. Yes. And I can answer that in twofold. It's a twofold question. Well, I can give you two answers to I believe what everybody that's trying to take that leap of faith. Yes. And make that decision to become a full-time entrepreneur is you got to plan. And you got to self-develop. Okay. Self-development is probably the biggest key to becoming a successful entrepreneur. That's the key. We want to be successful. Yes. We don't just want to say we own a business. We ain't making no money. Right. We want to be successful at what we got going on. And you will never grow your business bigger than you grow yourself. Woo. As simple as that. There it is. As simple as that. I felt that. As simple as that. You'll be surprised how many people start a business, they never do any type of self-development. They never take any courses about their industry that they're in. Mm-hmm. They never do any self-development as far as their spirituality. Because the mindset, the obstacles that you face as an entrepreneur, trust me, if you're not spiritually grounded, and your mind isn't where it needs to be, you're going to fold every single time. You're going to fold every single time. So self-development is key when it comes to becoming and the thing about self-development, which was hard for me, the hard part about self-development for me was we're so conditioned when we're working a 9-to-5. Any work that I do, I want to get paid for it like immediately. Yeah. So I'm going to work these 2 weeks. My direct deposit going to hit on that Friday. But as an entrepreneur, we got to get out of that type of thinking and realize that every single time we do any type of work, we're not necessarily going to see immediate gratification from it.
That's tough.
That's hard. I promise you. That was one of the hardest things I had to get over because I hated sitting down and reading this book and learning how to do this and getting on the phone and talking to this person. And I'm like, man, it had been 3-4 weeks. I ain't made a dime yet off of none of this work I'm doing. Right. None of this work. But that's the self-development piece, and that's where your faith come in at. Mm-hmm. When Noah was building the ark. Yes. He's like, man, Lord, I'm building this ark. I ain't seen a drop of rain yet. So it's the same thing. You gotta understand. I might not get a physical paycheck right now for this work, but my paycheck is on the inside right now. The dividends, they paying off on my mental space, my spirituality. I'm building callus on my hands to be able to handle and go where I'm trying to go. And eventually the work is going to end up, because I'm laying the foundation. That's what you're doing. I'm laying the foundation. So many people want a $1 million business. And if they put $1 million business on the foundation they built, it's going to collapse. Right. You haven't done any other work.
You got to get that foundation solid.
You haven't done any other work to set a solid foundation. So self-development is huge. Self-development is key. And then planning. Nothing happens by accident. You'll be surprised. Coincidence. It's not a coincidence. The most successful person you know did not become that successful by coincidence or on accident. Okay. They plan to be that successful. Yeah. I plan to be where I'm at right now.
Yes.
So you gotta have a plan.
Yes.
You gotta have a plan. That doesn't mean your plan gonna be set in concrete or in stone. That you gonna have you need to be flexible enough to make adjustments. Any smart entrepreneur knows when to make an adjustment, when they need to tweak something here.
Gotta be flexible.
But I do have a plan in place that I'm trying to execute.
Okay.
Most people just say, oh, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. I'm gonna open up a store. I know how to bake cookies, so I'm gonna just start baking cookies. And I'm gonna just tell people, and I'm gonna just put online that I sell cookies.
And
then,
does that plan have to be written out? It can't be in your head, right?
I think it needs to be written out. I believe the scriptures say, write the vision and make it plain.
Yeah.
And I believe in principles. So that's a principle. Write the vision, make it plain. Why? So for those who gonna read it, they'll be able to actually execute it.
Yeah.
They say run with it, so they'll actually be able to execute it. So anytime you're trying to accomplish something, you want to bring it out of eternity, which is in your head.
Okay.
And bring it into the natural realm and put it on paper.
Yes.
And that way, you have something to hold yourself accountable to. Accountability. And you have something, you know what you're executing. Because trust me, as an entrepreneur, especially when you take that leap, you don't know what you're doing. I don't care how much research or how much studying you've done. It's just parts and things of entrepreneurship that you don't know until you experience them.
Yes.
Period. So don't beat yourself up too much about it. Extend yourself some grace on that front. But you got to have some type of plan in place that's taking you toward where you're saying you're trying to go. Because you're not going to just stumble upon being successful. Oh, now I got this $10 million business and I just happen to fall upon it. It don't happen like that.
You got a plan. Okay, super family. So that was tip from Daryl. You have to plan and you have to work on yourself. Self-development. You got to do that to stay in the game. Play the infinite game. The infinite game. All right, Daryl, while we wrap up our session, please tell our audience, where can we reach you?
You can reach me on all social media platforms. That's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I don't have a YouTube page. I'm on Threads. We know new Threads. I was never on Twitter, crazy, but I'm on Threads.
Okay.
At Life with D. James.
At Life with D. James. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, there's a link on my pages. You can buy the book there. I appreciate the support. You can find the book on Amazon or any other Kindle, all your reading platforms. You can find the book. I Got Out.
Is it on Audible?
No, it's not on Audible.
Oh, okay.
I don't have an Audible version for it. I do have an ebook version.
Okay.
And I have hard copies of it.
Okay. All right, looking forward to the Audible part because I love my Audible books when I can't get to reading.
We'll get
I'm sure you'll get them.
We'll
yes.
Get them.
Well, it was such a pleasure to have you in our super seat this evening, and we really appreciate everything you have to share. And I just want to thank our audience for joining us. Please keep being inspired, motivated, and empowered to show up as the best super version of yourself. And what Daryl said, I mean, it's sticking in my mind right now. Stay in the
game.
That game. Stay in the game, guys. The infinite game.
The infinite game. That's it.
Thank you.
Do you have a story to share? Maybe an experience or information that can transform somebody's life. Maybe you want to grow your business by writing a book. JWG Publishing House has helped hundreds of authors to turn their dream into publishing reality. Publishing a book without the knowledge of the process can be very frustrating. Not to worry, our award-winning team will patiently walk you through the process, from idea to cover to the end product. And get this, you will own 100% of your royalties. We are the only authentic independent publisher you will ever need. So what are you waiting on? Call us today at 561-412-7772. We're waiting to serve you.
Coward of County remix by Pinto. Everyone consider him the coward of the county. Never stood one single time to prove he can folks just call him coward. Something always told me they were reading Tommy wrong.
That's right. But before we hear what they were reading wrong about Tommy, let me just comment on this great episode of Super Sessions with Suen. Another awesome one, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of you who don't know, this started around about April? And Suen is just continuing to find guest after guest, bringing them our way. In another week, 2 weeks from now, she's going to have another awesome guest for us. But, man, stay in the infinite game. You know what? There's always these great advice from our guests, and it's always good to listen to people who have succeeded one way or another. There's nothing to lose from it. So, hats off. See, Lawrence Prescott, big up yourself, Lawrence. Yeah, he says outstanding. Big shout out to Keith Cole. Welcome, my brother. And everyone else. Have a Rampassard Murray. Good to see you. King Tub, big up yourself. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone on Linkage Radio, HypeFM, Clark TV, Viscosity Blend, Island Worldwide, Reggae Vibes Radio, Yard Flow TV, Energy Radio 1, You Choose Radio.com, Fresh FM, yeah, yep, and also want to say those on Restream, YouTube, IG, and again, the WayneAllShow.com. King Tub, covered up the county.
Remix by King Tub, by King Tub. Everyone consider him the coward of the county. Never stood one single time to prove he can be wrong. His mama called him Tommy, but the folks just call him coward. Something always told me they were reading Tommy wrong.
Shout out to Jackel Tucker. Jackel says, great Super Sessions. So true, Jackel.
I took care of Tommy, cause he was my brother, one son. I still record the final words my brother says to Tommy. Son, my life is over, but yours are just begun.
Sinking Tub.
Promise me, son, not to do the things I've done. Walk away from trouble if you can. Now please don't think you're weak if you turn the other cheek. I hope you're old enough to understand. Son, you don't have to fight to be a man. There's someone for everyone. Tommy's love was Becky. In her arms, they didn't have to prove he was a man. One day while he was working, the youngster boys kept calling. They took turn to Becky. There were 3 of them. Tommy opened up the door and saw his Becky crying.
That's right. One of the popular cover songs there. A cover song version of a popular song. Kenny Rogers, Court of the County. Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in and staying with us. Enjoying the music as well as the conversations. Now, the next conversation has the music built into it because we were inside the studios of Errol Moore. Long time, Muniaka. Yeah. Days artist, a man who loves and is passionate about reggae music, and I really can't wait to hear the conversation part 2 with him this evening. But before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, I got 2 events to share with you. The first one is St. Kitts and Nevis Association of Atlanta is having their 40th anniversary. Yes, they're having their 40th anniversary. And that is Saturday, October 21st at 6 p.m. at the Atlanta Marriott Perimeter Center, which is at 246 Perimeter Center Parkway, Northeast Atlanta. Guest speakers, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, and Her Excellency Ambassador Jacinth Henry Martin. We also have vocalist Kim Derrick, MC and vocalist KO, and music by DJ Choice One. There we go. Tickets are $85. Cocktails, dinner, dancing, silent auction, raffles, door prizes, and more, ladies and gentlemen. So doors open 5:30 for registration. Looks like a great evening with St. Kitts and Nevis Association, their 40th anniversary of Independence Gala. And then the other event I want to share with you is Saturday, October 21st as well. And this is the Meadowbrook High School Alumni Association, Georgia chapter, presents a fish fry. Music by DJ Gary Shalimar. Saturday, October 21st, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. And this is going to be inside the CLTV studios at 6254 Memorial Drive in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Contact Melanie at 404-528-7460 or Alwayne at 678-763-6159. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just come to this little drought in activities in the community. I guess everybody needs a break, right? We all need to just rest up a little bit. So that's what we have this week. I want to say a very special welcome to Kelly Spiegel. Good to see you, Kelly. Yes. All right. Now, I told you we're going to have part 2 of the Errol Moore interview, ladies and gentlemen. Great conversation inside the studios with him. And we'll be done just in time for some more music before we get out of here this evening. Again, Errol Moore is a long-standing reggae artist. He actually resides here in Atlanta, and I had the luxury of interviewing him right where he makes his music, inside his studios. Kelly says, I need a break. Okay, good asking, Kelly. Good job asking. You will be rewarded. As of tomorrow, have a break. Do not go to work, okay? I can't see you going to work. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please sit back, relax, and enjoy part 2 of the Errol Moore interview. Ladies and gentlemen, look where I am. I'm like a kid in a candy store right now because I am inside his most recent album, which you need to get on all digital platforms. So, Errol.
Yes, sir.
You know I can't help but get in trouble sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're singing about you love the lady, but you can't make her love you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you end up writing Apart from a Fender?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Apart from a Fender is one of the singles on A Long Way. I keep saying singles, but it's one of the tracks on the album A Long Way.
Mm-hmm.
And Errol.
Yes.
So it not have anything to do with the fact that you can't make she love you?
No.
All right, so tell us about it then.
My mother, well, let's say my grandmother had 8 children.
Mm-hmm.
My mother plus 2 and her sister Kathleen, plus she had 6 boys, so it's 8 of them.
Okay.
And them, my family was a very loving family, you know.
All right.
I'm not saying that because other people have problems within their family and everything, but I never had no sibling rivalry in my family.
Okay.
My mother and her brothers and sister never really fight.
Yeah.
But, you know, except one time.
All right.
But my auntie, she was like my grandfather. She was quiet.
Mm-hmm.
My mother was like my grandmother, who she run things.
Mm-hmm.
When Mother Brown look up the street and straighten out some people, you know, nobody no play with it.
Right.
When them see us, them know them can't cross certain lines because my grandmother come up the street, you gonna get beat.
Yes.
You know, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
So the term apart from a fender now.
That is how my auntie used to handle confrontation. So my mother and my aunt had an argument. And Auntie Kathleen just looked on her and say, she hold on her frock tail, and she just say, hop off from a fender.
All right.
Hop off from a fender.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back to hear more about Errol and hop off from a fender right here on this exclusive inside the studios with Errol Moore on his album.
Yes,
A
that's
Long
where it
Way.
came from. My Auntie Kathleen.
So Auntie would tell him, Apart from Fender. All right. Well, Errol, you don't need to say much more about that. Run the track. Let's hear it. Apart from a Fender, a long way. Errol Moore. Say what?
Stop calling my name. Stop calling my name. Stop calling my name. In the morning time as you rise up, you just start war. Carry go bring come on your 40. He said, she said, chant all day, creating misery in a people's lives, bringing them a bag of bad vibes. But a peace and love I'm gonna deal with. Peace and love I'm gonna chant. Cause I know you live now. I know you taxi. So I better you just wanna left me. Apart from the fender. Cause I know you live now. I know you taxi. And I know we could just now bet you. Say, but I ain't nothing with you. No, ain't nothing, hey. But I ain't nothing with you. Hey, hey. But I ain't nothing with you. But I ain't nothing, hey. But I ain't nothing with you. Hey. See a man's face, but you don't see his heart. And everything you build up, him come tear it apart. Yes. I feel fight fire with fire. Soldier people will see. Say I and I are rock with Rasta, and you are rock vanity. Hey. Cause I and I live now. I and I taxi. So I better you just run and lift me.
You see it from the Fender. Hey.
Cause I and I live now. I and I taxi. And I will just now bet you.
Lord have mercy. Hey, Errol, you sure know somebody in a cuss off in that song?
Yes. Yes.
You serious?
I am cursing somebody in the song.
No, we're not. No. I guess that all happens when you have been on a long journey, right?
Yeah, man.
When you have come a long way. You meet people that you want to tell to hop off your
Yeah,
fender.
man. Quite a few people, man. Jump off.
All right.
Chuck off.
Hey, listen. You know, sometimes we try to tell an artist how to express, and I'm one that loves when the artist feels free to express. And so if people need to hop off a fender, them just hop off a fender, right?
Yeah, man. Jump off, man.
Rastafari soldier.
Yes.
My goodness. I happen to have been invited to the video shoot for that one.
Man, what a thing.
Yes.
What a
yes.
thing.
So, Rastafarian Soldier. This album, Errol, has so much versatility to it.
Wow.
It has so many different kind of messages. And I feel like in Rastafarian Soldier, you're trying to stay true to your roots.
Definitely.
You're trying to connect with that side of the business that is like from whence you pull your strength, you know. It's in terms of Rastafarian imagery, roots and everything, what that has meant a lot to your journey, hasn't it?
Yes.
I mean, the Rastafarian lifestyle has been a big part of the long way.
Yes, it's been a monumentous part of it.
So what's the message in this song?
This song has multi vibes in it in terms of message, because, you know, there's a time, the last couple of years now, where even the news has gotten to the point where it bothers me sometimes when I sit and watch a television and see the news. We see where, you know, people are killing people and people are just disrespecting humanity on a certain level. And I just wanted to make a statement that, well, I'm a Rastafarian soldier. I don't drive no tanker or no jeep. Yeah,
all right.
Me no shoot people, me no deal with no kind of murder.
That sounds like a Babylon thing.
Yes.
All right.
So I want the people to understand that I am not that kind of person. And further, no Rastafarian person is like that.
All right. Enough said, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to take a listen to Rastafarian Soldier by Errol Moore and the album A Long Way, available on all digital platforms. So we say enough said enough. So, Errol.
Yes, sir.
Let the music do the talking. Run the track. Rastafarian Soldier. Wait.
Soldiers in the army. I just love the idea with front and center. King-a-ling, king-a-ling. In the army of Jah, I live. In the army of Jah, I live. In the army of Jah, I serve humanity and praise Rastafari's name. Hey, line up. You hear me now? Sign up. Hear me when I say, line up. Abide with Jah. Rise up. Check the signs, see what's happening around us. Hatred, bigotry, and grudge. Let's get together, starting today. Hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder, find a better way. Line up. You hear me now? Sign up. Hear me when I say, fight up. Abide with Jah. Rise up. Say I am a Rastafarian soldier. But I drive no jeep or tanker. Say Rastafarian soldier. But I deal with no mass murder. Hey, Rastafarian soldier. In that your army, I just love Rastafarian soldier. Peace and love, I am man. Say.
In the army of Jah, I reign. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, powerful lyrics, man.
Yes.
The album A Long Way is awesome. Great foundation like reggae music with positive messaging. And if you're looking at this interview, it's with the artist himself, Errol Moore. And you should go find this album, A Long Way, and support good reggae music, ladies and gentlemen. All right? We're going to continue this journey, and I want to talk about a song that is entitled, I Like You. I Like You. You're just laughing so, Errol. Who you talk about? You sure you can talk? You can tell me that in this interview?
Yes, I can tell you. Yes, I can.
All right. Tell us about I Like You. Yeah.
This song was inspired by my son, Shamik.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember when he was, growing up and getting into girls, and sometimes I would see him kind of saddish,
Yes.
And that's because sometimes, in my mind, he probably wasn't getting the kind of response from girls that he would have liked to get.
Okay. All right, Daddy Errol.
Yeah, so I realized that he needs to understand that liking a person is just as important as loving a person. Because one come before the other. It's just a matter of putting the horse in front of the cart.
All right.
So I explained to him that, telling somebody you like them and starting a friendship is the roots of being able to tell somebody you love them.
Yes.
So this is where this song came from.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, you gotta hear how Errol helped his son to communicate that he likes who he likes and who he liked and liked and likes and likes. In a world of likes, that's important, right? So when we come back, I Like You from the album A Long Way. Welcome back. So during the break, you were telling me this song features the great Dean Fraser?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so playing his sax and...
Yes, sir. The entire horn section.
Yeah.
Dean Fraser did that.
All right, so let's hear it. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen. I Like You from A Long Way. Yeah. You know, Errol, I'm listening to this song and there's a groove about this song that will make you play it all the way to the end, even if you don't intend to. Like, I want to stop the song because we don't have all day in this conversation, but it's the kind of groove and the vibe, and with the horns coming in, you kind of want to hear it play out. Yeah, you kind of want to hear it play out. And again, the versatility, the range in this album is very good. And every single one of these songs is an authentic reggae product, Errol.
Thanks.
And so for you to name this A Long Way, it's almost like saying you're rubber stamping what has been a tremendous contribution to reggae music, whether or not folks know it. They can look you up, right?
Yes.
Tell us again, Island Groove, and tell us about that little background, where they can go, the label, all that stuff that a lot of folks looking at this that might not know can now know and go search.
It's Island Groove Music at Facebook. And it's Errol Moore Music on Twitter and Instagram.
Right. Errol Moore Music. Island Groove. Oh, you spell groove?
GRUV. VE.
Very important. Because the way I learn English, I would have looked for GROOVE.
Yes, well,
So-
I realize that as much education as I think I have,
It wasn't a shot at you, you know.
No.
It was a shot at the English language.
Yes, sir.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're having fun bar none. And so it's time to get into the next song on this album. Errol,
Yes.
what we're going to talk about next? You ever been wide awake in a dream?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, that's the best kind of dream.
It depends on what's happening. Wide awake in a dream. Errol Moore, you said that was the best thing ever. But I think it depends on what's happening in the dream. Like right now, if this is like a dream to be in your studios, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm wide awake.
And you're wide awake.
So this is an ideal being awake in a dream.
Yes.
But tell me about the song and the album, Wide Awake in a Dream.
The song, you know, it talks about things that I personally wish for.
Okay.
In terms of humanity. You know, and it's like I woke up one day and everything is proper. And part of my mind is saying, this has got to be a dream. But I'm wide awake in it.
All right.
You know.
All right.
That's basically what the song is saying, you know.
So let's hear it. Wide Awake in a Dream.
Wide awake in a dream, everything's nice. No signs of poverty. Everything's crystal. Seems like I've got my wish. No more injustice on the firmament. Peace and love is our preference. Spreading your works from the north to south, and let the people then jump and shout.
Hey.
Wide awake in a dream, I see the hills and the valleys. No food, water is plenty. Wide awake in a dream. Jah people stand together in love, Jah love forever. Don't need nothing from the president. We don't want his government. Oh no, justice and rights are all we need, all we want in this time. Jah love keep shining bright over I night. Say this is not a fantasy. Jah love keep shining bright over I night. I just listening.
Wide awake in a dream. Wide awake in a dream, like I am right now. Because nothing gets better than being in the studio with this man. A man who's been around so long, ladies and gentlemen. The 1977 Shaka Music Award winner, Best Reggae Band, Monyaka. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. And that's just one thing. One of the many accolades, right, Errol?
Yes, yes.
That you have had along the way. That's just one sampling, ladies and gentlemen. There have been numerous. And so it makes me think of the next and final song of our conversation with Errol today. And before I get into it, I need to remind you to find the album on all digital platforms. It's by Errol Moore, and it's a long way. Find Island Groove Music, spelled Gruve, and Errol Moore Music on the different social media and platforms. All right? So now, Errol, what a fitting way for us to segue out of this conversation with a song that says, we won't ever stop. But you know what, Errol? I could never come to your studio and do an interview with you and not mess with some of the instruments. This is your prize guitar, isn't it?
Yes.
What's the big story about this guitar?
When I was doing Inner Circle, I played guitar with Inner Circle for quite a while.
Yes.
And
Inner Circle Band, ladies and gentlemen.
yes,
Jacob Miller's Inner Circle Band?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they had a situation with Miller Beer Company, Genuine Draft.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went out to wherever that place was, and I got this guitar as an endorsement from Fender through the Genuine Draft music situation.
Wow.
Yes, I am.
All right. I'm going to stop right there. Because...
But I like that.
You like that?
Yeah.
You didn't know I could do a thing on the
No,
guitar?
I didn't know.
Yeah. Well,
I know now.
No, you do. Yeah.
Wicked.
Sure. Don't let me start playing some bass. Anyway, Errol, We Won't Ever Stop, the final single on this album that we are playing. And it sums it up.
Yes.
Is that like a state of mind for you right now?
It is always
even though you've come a long way,
yes.
There ain't no stopping.
No, man, this is just, like a man say, you think I'm done?
Right.
Just a come.
All right. Well, I think the audience needs to hear it.
Yeah.
And so when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we won't ever stop.
Never.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We won't ever stop. And that sums it up, as you heard from Errol. It's like you think him did done, the man just a come. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, with Wayne Hall on guitar, Errol, run the track.
Yes,
Hey!
To carry on. Something inside my head tells me something is wrong around here, and something inside myself show me we've got to move without fear. Can't make two ends meet, no matter how hard we try. But when pressure drops, we ain't gonna run and hide. Never stop, never stop. Ain't no stopping us now. So we won't ever stop. Never. Till the system drops. Never. So wipe away the frown. Wipe away the frown. Something inside my mind tells me as we navigate our way, we run up in a rockstone wall. No matter what we do, no matter what we try, tears always full up our eyes. There ain't nothing special for us. So we won't ever stop till the system drops and crumbles to the ground. Crumble, crumble, crumble down. So we won't ever stop till the system drops. So wipe away the frown. Wipe away the frown.
Woo! That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We won't ever stop, Errol. We won't ever stop. Don't stop, my brother. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop making good reggae music, my brother.
Never.
Don't ever stop. We won't ever stop. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where this very awesome conversation comes to an end. And it's truly been a pleasure to sit with Errol Moore, hold his guitar, inside where the music is made. This is ground zero of Island Groove music, if you know what I mean.
Respect.
It happens right here. Errol,
Yes, sir.
anything you'd like to share in closing in terms of this album, A Long Way, with our audience?
The album is my gift to everyone who suffered through the time with COVID. You know, because I was right here during the time when COVID was rampant out in the street. I made this album with everybody in mind, hoping that I could give a little great vibes to people who probably was feeling negativity from the COVID virus, or people who felt, less than themselves. I was hoping that this album would bring a little comfort to them. And so far, it seems like everybody who has heard it and talking to me about it have the same good vibes.
All right.
So there are more good vibes to come. Working on project every day.
You won't ever stop.
Can't stop.
So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Wayne Hall, The Wayne Hall Show. And it's been a pleasure. Follow me at Wayne Hall Show. And that's on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. And you can also, ladies and gentlemen, email waynehallshow@gmail.com. If you would probably like to support, share, and follow, go ahead and do so at any of those social media platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. It's truly been my pleasure. And until my next guest in this kind of a setting, Wayne Hall saying, like I love to say, see ya.
Yeah.
Hit the play, Errol. Hit the play.
Yeah.
See ya. Oh, wow. I had so much fun doing this interview. It was awesome. I want to say a big shout out to Jessica Serrano, man. Jessica says she needs to get this album. Please do. This is just a half of the interview. I played the first part last week. It's got some great tracks on it that you didn't even hear tonight. So it definitely is worth every penny you would pay for it, Jessica. So thank you. Want to shout out Jackie Carr, Kelly Spiegel, Far Family. Big up. Yes, Reverend Dr. Maxine Osborne Foster. Good evening and welcome. Good to see you. Yes, man. Keith Cole, what you say? Some big tunes on the album. And yes, the man played with Inner Circle, the group that gave you Bad Boys. Bad Boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you, bad? Sure. So, again, album A Long Way. Support Errol Moore music, Island Groove music with a U, Gruve. Ladies and gentlemen, what an awesome night. Shout out again to all the platforms that carry the Wayne Hall Show. To everyone who's hearing my voice. To everyone watching and listening. Thank you so much. Couldn't do this without you all. You know, it's fall break in Gwinnett County Public Schools. And I'm going to fall in this break big time. Starting tomorrow, I'm falling into this break. Yeah, man. We're going to unwind for a little bit and go do some of what the song said that I played earlier. When last? I'm going to pay Beto, Singer Irie, and Mr. Bertos any mind. No, sir, I'm going to pay them no mind. May I watch out. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, a big up to Mr. Keith Cole on the line.
It's swinging, my love, my love, my love. Don't look so sad and
the party. Forget your sorrows until tomorrow. Don't be so sad in the party, baby. Whenever you're ready, hold my hands when you're ready. Let me rock you, rock with me, baby. Rock, 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 rock with me, baby. Rock, rock, rock with me, baby. Rock with me. Rock with me, girl. Rock with me. Hoo-wee.
From the album with the same name, Rock With Me.
Swinging my love, my love, my love. Don't look so sad in the party. Forget your sorrows until tomorrow. Don't be so sad in the party, baby. Whenever you're ready, hold my hands when you're ready. Let me rock you, rock with me, baby. Rock, 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 rock with me, baby. Rock, rock, rock with me, baby. Rock with me. Rock with me, girl.
Rock with me. Thank you, Kelly.
Swinging my love, my love.
I gotta shout out Jackie, Jay, Jazz, Amaya. Big up.
Forget your sorrows until tomorrow. Don't be so sad in
The party.
baby. Whenever you're ready, hold my hands when you're ready. Let me rock you.
Rock with me, baby.
Rock, rock.
That's
rock,
right.
rock with me.
Keith Gold, the man, said rock with me. And you know what? I really want to touch this song before I go tonight. I got 3 minutes. I gotta get some fireworks in here. China Nicole, my songbird sister. Let's do this. Yeah, man. Hi. Woo! We need some fireworks, China. What you say?
He met me halfway. What come to think about it was a full way, and I knew.
Yes, I knew.
It was you.
It was you. Hey.
He wasn't stagnant. He put the cape on and his mouth was mashed.
Shout out to A. Fisher joining us. How have you been? Welcome.
True love is
So hard to find.
the word of thing. You'll see the sign. Just feel it.
Hey, Sandra, Far Family.
Just feel it. Your heartbeat has its own times. It doesn't think of mine, day or time, and no.
Sing now, China. What we say? Baby, your love. Woo! Hey, it's like fireworks.
Unbelievable.
Baby, your love. Want to say good night to all the platforms that carried my show until 10. See you next week with another great episode on all your blazing platforms. In the meantime, we're going to chant some more fireworks with China Nicole on all the social media and other platforms staying with us. Good evening and goodbye, but stick around for some more. Here's the brata. Hey. Yes.
Just feel it. Just feel it. Your heartbeat has its own times. It doesn't think of mine.
I need some more fireworks. Sing out.
Just know.
Baby, your love is like
fireworks. Unbelievable. Baby, your love
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you're hearing this for the first time. Breaking! Imar Shepherd and Wayne Hall live from Andrea's Caribbean Kitchen and Seafood Restaurant in Fulton. More to come on that one. Imar Shepherd and Wayne Hall show live in Atlanta, October 21st from Andrea's Caribbean Restaurant and Seafood Kitchen. That's breaking right there. Once again, big up to Janice O'Shea. Big up to the Chief of Staff. Can't help it, Janice. Sorry. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all great things come to a pause. And we're going to pause for a good cause because it's after 10 and we need to get off the air. But thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. Shout out to Super Suen and another great episode of Super Sessions with Suen. Thank you for staying with me through Errol Moore's interview. And I hope you enjoyed the other stuff we had going on, the good music. Good night, everyone. Love you all. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Until next week, when we'll have more fireworks for you. Wayne all saying, enjoy fall break. And if you're not on a break, enjoy yourselves to the max still. And I'll be back next week, same time, same place, with more on all these blazing stations. See ya.